Morocco is in Africa, but it does not look, feel, or move like the Africa most people imagine. That is the trap. Because Morocco is not just an African country. It is a bridge. A bridge between Africa and Europe. Between the Arab world and the Atlantic. Between desert caravans, royal cities, and modern tourism. Look at the map, and Morocco suddenly makes sense. It sits on the northwestern corner of Africa, facing the Atlantic Ocean on one side and the Mediterranean Sea on the other. At its northern edge, only a narrow stretch of water separates it from Spain. That water is the Strait of Gibraltar, one of the most important gateways in world geography. Through this passage, ships, armies, traders, migrants, empires, and ideas have moved for centuries. That is why Morocco has never been isolated. It has always been exposed. And that exposure made it different. Morocco is officially the Kingdom of Morocco. It covers about 459,000 square kilometers. Its population is around 37 million. Most Moroccans are Muslim, and Islam shapes daily life, family customs, festivals, food, and public culture. But Morocco is not a closed society. In cities like Casablanca, Rabat, Tangier, and Marrakech, traditional markets, French-style boulevards, modern cafes, cinemas, beach clubs, and global tourism exist side by side. This is why Morocco surprises first-time visitors. It is conservative, but not frozen. Religious, but globally connected. African, Arab, Amazigh, Mediterranean, and Atlantic at once. That layered identity is the country's real magic. Its people are mainly Arab and Amazigh. French remains common in business and education. Walk through an old medina, and the past does not feel like a museum. It feels alive. You hear vendors in narrow alleys. You smell mint tea, spices, leather, and fresh bread. You see blue doors, red walls, tiled fountains, carved wood, and quiet courtyards hidden behind plain walls. Morocco understands atmosphere better than most countries. That is one reason tourism is so powerful here. Marrakech sells color and rhythm. Fez sells history. Chefchaouen sells blue streets and mountain calm. Tangier sells sea wind and mystery. Casablanca sells business and ports. Rabat sells order and royal authority. Each city feels like a different chapter in the same book. Casablanca is the economic engine, Rabat is the political center, Marrakech is the tourism icon, and Fez carries the memory of old Islamic scholarship. But Morocco is not only cities. Its geography is even more dramatic. In the north, the Rif Mountains rise near the Mediterranean. Across the center, the Atlas Mountains cut through the country like a stone backbone. These mountains separate coastal Morocco from the desert interior. The coast is cooler and more connected. The mountains are rugged and traditional. The southeast opens toward the Sahara, where oases, dunes, dry valleys, and ancient caravan routes shape life. This is why Morocco feels cinematic. In one country, you can move from Atlantic beaches to snow-covered mountains, from crowded old cities to empty desert landscapes. Few places change so fast. This is one of Morocco's biggest challenges. The coast is milder, the interior is harsher, and toward the Sahara, water becomes the central question. The country looks beautiful, but beauty can hide pressure. Rainfall is uneven. Drought is becoming more serious. Agriculture still matters, but water stress is rising. A country built on farming, tourism, cities, and industry must constantly fight scarcity. Morocco's economy is not rich by European standards, but it is more developed and more stable than many outsiders expect. It relies on agriculture, tourism, manufacturing, ports, services, and one very important resource, phosphate. Morocco holds some of the world's largest phosphate reserves. Phosphate is essential for fertilizer, and fertilizer feeds global agriculture. That means Morocco is not just selling minerals. It is connected to the future of agriculture itself. This is where geography becomes strategy. Morocco's location gives it access to Europe, West Africa, the Mediterranean, and the Atlantic. Its ports help it trade. Its tourism gives it soft power. Its phosphate gives it global relevance. And its stability makes it one of North Africa's key partners. But Morocco still has real problems. Income is uneven. Rural areas often lag behind major cities. Public services can be unequal. Many young people want better jobs, better schools, and more chances to move upward. Tourism can make the country look richer than it feels for ordinary families. That gap matters. A country can be beautiful and still struggle. It can be stable and still unequal. It can welcome millions of visitors and still have young people dreaming of leaving. To understand Morocco, you have to hold both truths at once. The postcard is real, but so is the pressure behind it. Historically, Amazigh kingdoms, Arab dynasties, Atlantic trade, European pressure, and modern independence all left marks on the country, while the monarchy remained a central source of continuity. So what kind of country is Morocco? It is not just a tourist paradise. It is not just deserts and blue streets. It is not just mosques, markets, beaches, or mountains. Morocco is a crossroads country. A country close enough to Europe to feel connected, but deep enough in Africa to carry its own rhythm. A country shaped by Islam, Amazigh roots, Arab culture, French influence, Atlantic trade, and desert memory. A country that looks relaxed on the surface, but sits on serious strategic value. That is why Morocco is hard to describe in one sentence. It is familiar and foreign at the same time. Ancient and modern at the same time. African and Mediterranean at the same time. Poor in some places, polished in others. Slow in daily life, but fast in tourism, ports, and global ambition. Morocco is not the Africa many people imagine. It is the Africa that reminds you the map is always more complicated than your first impression. So here is the real question. Is Morocco simply a beautiful travel destination? Or is it one of the most underrated geographic crossroads in the world? Tell me what you think in the comments. And if you want to understand more countries through geography, history, and real life, follow Geo Logic. See you in the next episode.
If you want to understand the logic behind the map, subscribe to Map Logic. See you in the next country.